A look now at another portion of this documentary from Alex Holt.
Sexy people always get away with shit, dude. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? That's kind of it. That's the only reason, pretty much, that Trump gets away with everything is just because he's fucking hot.
It's an interview with Donald Trump. This is after the insurrection. This is in March 2021 at his Florida home, Mar-a-Lago.
Can we talk for a minute about January 6th?
Yeah. Well, it was a sad day, but it was a day where there was great anger in our country.
I mean, look at how sexy he looks, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. You got to let him out. You got to, he's a mug shouty. You know what I mean? Like Trump in a jumpsuit, mug shouty, straight up.
People went to Washington primarily because they were angry with an election that they think was rigged. A very small portion, as you know, went down to the Capitol, and then a very small portion of them went in. But I will tell you, they were angry from the standpoint of what happened in the election.
Just like, dude, I love when he says angry from the standpoint. It's like, remember when he said angry from the wet from the standpoint of water? Many people are saying this hurricane is the wettest. Many people are saying no one has seen water like this. It's the wettest from the standpoint of water.
Because they're smart and they see and they saw what happened. And I believe that that was a big part of what happened on January 6th.
That's actually pretty restrained.
Dude, I hate that they're just like cutting like little bits and pieces, like teasing us with this shit. I cannot wait to watch this, bro. I cannot wait to watch this. Because like new Trump, he's acting kind of different. You know what I mean? Like when you see new Trump, he's not fucking popping off. I just want to thank
all of the incredible men and women who have done such a great job in helping with Florence. This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
I mean, you can't get anything better than that, dude. What? Dude, I like to go back and like look at, you know, my favorite Trump moments. You know, this doesn't even make the top like 100, okay? You thought I made this up? Dude, no. Okay. I don't like that they're just like teasing us and not showing us the full-blown shit, okay? Give us the full Monty, brother. We can handle it.
He's justifying the criminality and the insurrection.
Thank you,
he's
Swalmas.
downplaying what they were trying to do. They were just expressing anger. They were not just expressing anger. They were there to stop the counting of electoral votes, to give the presidency to Donald Trump, to steal it.
Yeah, and he was talking as if it just happened in a place far away from anything that he did or said, or now that we are seeing tried to coordinate with the people around him. They didn't just get angry. He made them angry by telling them lies. And he's not separated from that, even though he's trying to separate himself from. That is classic Donald Trump. He knows, because he did this his entire life, if you say something enough times, and if you say...
God, lips are so fucking whack, dude. Just like, he just made them angry. It's like, dude, first of all, it's not just Trump. These people didn't like magically start believing that the elections were stolen, okay? Every Republican has been saying this for fucking years, dog. That's the only way they could justify such incredible amounts of scrutiny and legislation that stops people from voting. That's at the heart of their strategy. You can't just be like, oh man, it's just Trump. Oh man, it's just Trump. It's just Trump. It's just Trump. It's just Trump individually. The big lie, the big lie, the big lie. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's the entire Republican Party, okay? And Democrats, when they were Dixiecrats, like, who do you think fucking, who do you think did not want black people to vote? Like...
Sell whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's an idea or a product, enough times the same way, you can get people to sign on.
I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty outrageous that there was not one word of condemnation about what happened on January 6th that came out of his mouth at that time. But it's also notable that that position that Trump had then in the months after January 6th is actually the position that has been adopted by many Republicans today, many lawmakers on Capitol Hill, which is to say,
but it's not new. It's just like it's been around.
it was just a few people ignoring totally.
Oh wait, no, that's not it. No, Echo K, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. No, the lie itself is like at the heart of the Republican strategy.
The violence and the intent here, which was to stop the peaceful transfer of power. This is a portrait of a former president who is still cultivating what he described as anger on that day. And that is, I think, what the committee, you know, as we're going through these hearings, wants to reiterate to the American public. It's what Judge.
Dude, do people actually care? Like, I keep asking this question, but like, I don't think people care, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people do care. If they do care, they're probably going to get very, very confused when nothing happens. You know what I mean? But like, I legitimately think that like everyone is very pissed off about prices and inflation. Everyone is pissed off about that shit, like unaffordably. On the lack of affordability in people's existence is like their number one thing. Their number one problem at this point. I think if you cover it, people would care more. Yeah, it's my coverage that is really causing people not to care about it. You know, as opposed to the $1 billion, you know, mainstream media covering it endlessly and yet still failing to reach people. Also, what do you want me to do, man? Cover this and what? Repeat exactly what we know already? They haven't found anything new. If you've been in this community since January 6th, and many people were in here during January 6th, I covered this. I covered this congressional committee hearing. Okay? You want to know how? Because we knew. We knew this was going to happen. We were there. We watched it in real time, and I told you exactly the same fucking things on how we got here, why we're here, and what will happen. They live streamed it, and I talked about it then. Not a single new fucking piece of information came out of that. So that's what I mean. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to cover on this?
The clear and present danger for the future, a former president who is not remorseful, but is also still stirring up the anger that might reappear again at some point in the future.
To Abby's point, not only doesn't he condemn, he calls them smart after all of this. There is no mention of the people who died. There is no mention of all of the police officers who were injured. There is no mention of the destruction, the threats, hang Mike Pence. He's
okay, I don't care. New